Uh, really tired at the moment. Trying to take a nap. Like, I should stream. Also, I kind of figured out how to do the whole glamour thing. I'll wait like another minute. Alright, let's go for the beginning. This is well, I'm alright. There we go. So I realized that my parents changed things with goddamn stone. Right here, parents. I can change the appearance. Yeah, see? Burnt black. Or Snow White. Oh, Snow White. Purple? I see Virgo. You know what? I'll go with I see Virgo. Ooh! Rosarian gold armor. Oh, fuck. The weapon I have now is pretty good. But right burn. So where's the Rosarian sword? Yeah, flame tongue? Sword is okay, but I I have an extra soul myself. God, I'm like, I need to go. So, oh, yeah, picnic. Stuff. Pick this. Okay, you can pick. Can I climb? Pick. Because I want to pick this. In. There. The Rosarian sword. The Invictus. Right, is there anybody I know?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw
I don't know how far I'm. I still need to get, I believe, Shiva, and I have to get Oak. I have two. And last.
Clive. Here you go.
Yep.
Seen
Food.
enough?
Oh, sure. Oh, you know what? I'll have Martha. Martha Dallin and then reach. Fine. Martha first. Oh, Martha. Martha!
Arthur, why did you say that name? Why did you say that name?
I was thinking about streaming Cyberpunk.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
That armor
We're on
actually
our way.
looks really cool. Burnt him. Prioritize.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
Get it, boy!
Look at horrible. Look at that boy. Oh. 30 M.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Oh, there you are with your arm all
God.
spiffy. Let's go, Ambrosia. Excuse me. Does Jill's get armor?
Clive, wounded.
Oh,
We deal with the Akashic first.
Stay down! Soil and stone! I needed that.
oh, I didn't need to do that.
You're finished!
I should make Excalibur.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they've got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Let's go save Wade.
Mad dogs.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
That's a turtle. Adamantoise.
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Sir, you're not really holding. Dear Lord.
That's better.
Can't see shit there. Well done. That took a little too much.
Is
Potion.
anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Where's East? Oh. To the left. See, you have more armor on now.
Mad dogs. The lot of them.
Here, buy some potions. Wait.
What are you after?
Not your platinum sword.
Thanks very much. Much obliged. There you go. Take care out there, eh?
Have some money down. Come back, magic now. Oh, I think we're gonna go to that one. Ah, guys, face it.
Just punch me up.
Oh, what do I want to replace? Right. Alright. Right, they're useful for now, but I really want to try a Bahamut, so I come back. For now, it's the bull. Hey, look!
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
I am not dying. Oh yeah. Chocobos, no. No, 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 no. Ah, damn it, I didn't.
Well done, Togo.
That's fine. Just gotta figure out what effective. Let's have some chocobo fried. Deep fried chocobo here. Deep fried chocobo.
Something's coming.
Goddamn eye monster.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
Hi. you like my way.
Stand fast.
Nice try.
Let's go with 3.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your... I would learn the duties of a shield from the...
But I am a shield no longer. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
We shall be staying here for the time being, and not just for the ale. I'll have one of my men escort Oscar to Benimir once he's said his farewells.
I will not let you down, Lord Rossfield. You or my uncle.
Sid! Oh, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried? You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago. Any idea where they went? The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. Now, I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to it?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard. Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandit's ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid...
If it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed...
It appears we have a plan. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking.
Play along.
What he means to say...
Picture it, Conrad. Your own city guard. With you as captain. Ah, here she is. Conrad. May I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about...
Victor says you told him no, that there aren't any men left.
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something, and we may yet be allowed to keep it.
Yes, but...
Here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious...
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were...
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but...
Indeed, certainly that is. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine. Driving. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is... Well, and while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little if our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow.
All right, if it will help to protect. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was... She saw right through it. I didn't say it was good. Merely that it produced the... Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Necessary blood spilt. We need a plan.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
If you're wondering why Dalamil's in such a sorry state, you can blame the bandits. Them and the mercenaries who are guarding the gates. Though I can hardly fault them for running. Fighting would have meant death. Did for more than a few.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to...
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they marched for Dalamil, all of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole deck.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defense.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert.
The rest, my friend, the city stakes I concede are high. But if this does not unite...
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around...
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
It's all yours. Let's try.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalamil.
We all saved Dalamil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Now, if I could only convince the people of Costness to work together.
Dalamil will forever be in your debt. But don't go trying to take advantage of that.
So, where did you learn to swing a sword like that?
In a desert full of ne'er-do-wells, a woman has to learn to look after herself.
The bandits may be no more, but look what they've left us with. We'll have a hard time putting this place back together.
Oh, nonsense. As long as we all do our bit, Dalamil will be back to her old self in no time.
Mummy, are the bad men going to come back?
No, darling, they're not. Never again.
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch.
Perhaps. But the gentlemen of the League of Merchants have deeper pockets.
You wouldn't happen to know if the pieces that were stolen from my stall were recovered, would you? They were irreplaceable.
Are you looking for something in particular? Here you are. An excellent choice. My thanks.
First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the wall.
Ghosts? Then a wall won't stop them.
Can I interest you in some blades of mace, or perhaps a racer to a ginger? I'd be willing to trade if you got no coin.
Garrison's being sorely tested.
Then they'll be needing more tonics. Is it true the old capital's lost?
there are ghosts in the Royal Meadows, then why isn't a garrison dealing with them?
I've been talking this entire time, and I had my mic muted. Wonderful. And you guys missed all the witty quips.
I can't do it.
My lord. Milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashyyyk, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
A Kashyyyk, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Oh, that's weird.
We've seen little and less of the soldiers of late. Anyone would think they were hiding.
I mean, the
4
capital.
left for more on the captain's orders. Only 2 came back.
Goddess help us.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors. You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life.
Leave that to us.
My family! They're still in the...
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, They came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
I assume you have a plan?
Want some more?
It was all they could do to escape. They just left the bodies there in the flood.
Faster!
God, look at the current hair.
Clive, look!
I see them. With me!
Stay down!
Save your strength.
Farewell.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
No, I want to explore. Nito. Yo.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts, for now.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I become, and the people I love, include the one standing before. Now, if you don't mind, but...
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
That Jill's basically like, get away from him, bitch. Very close to that.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Philippe will make a good captain. He reminds me a little of you, Clive, but without all the mocks and mows.
Well, time to pet the dog. The energized, geared, magically powered dog. See, Walu. We still need to get rid of this one.
Walu.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Huh. Why is there a home over there? Weird. Lives over there.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Yeah.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua.
Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Good movie.
Well, what's the short of it?
Thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The City Guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
You know how I feel about this, but your brother's stubbornness knows no bounds. I'm starting to think it runs in the family.
Really does.
Taya's right. Your brother is in no condition to travel. That's all I'll say on the matter. It's Mid, Gav, and your uncle we should be thinking about now.
Exactly, dear.
Clive. Allow me to educate you.
Why is there no hand-holding between me and my brother? Ya bastards. Oscar? Is he really? Is he? Medicine girl. Why do you keep showing us the medicine girl? It's weird.
Study it well, Clive.
Oh, that was after the second time skip. No more Imperial City, Imperial Province, Rosalia. It's not going to be the Dukedom of Rosalia again, okay?
Very good.
For Principality? And then do all the side quests.
Sid. Will there be thunder?
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having to, which almost certainly means they had everything to.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice. They were in the atrium when I last saw them.
Prioritize.
Seems the hideaway's lost its
blasted
appetite.
book. Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and you remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself.
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blimmin' kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
Man, the world is ending. You want... whatever.
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that.
Well, he's right there, so...
There's a storm coming soon.
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sanbriquois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth... Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sanbriquois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it...
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's...
Saint's bonnet, in contemporary parlance. A herb which grows along the North Reach. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone. So I'm sure you'll have no... I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life. In which regard, fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of...
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach.
Best of luck, Clark, and do save me a bite.
Seems the hideaway is lost
Boots?
What am I gonna do?
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallimil Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Don't worry.
Oh, you'll let me know what she...
Of course.
An eye for an eye. Well, I want to go back to my room to check some stuff, so I'm gonna go talk to the kids.
I heard the Emperor was impaled.
We're all gonna die! You hear me?
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just...
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh!
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Middledore said, the best way to see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we? All right. Everything here was what every piece has its own role to play. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others? This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Middledore's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin around.
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
It's not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
We know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a...
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one?
I'll think about it.
Hold things. So wait, maybe...
Good thinking. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh goots?
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up. So, now...
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Ah.
Yes!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together.
That's right. We're Miss Middledore's hair.
Her hairs?
Yeah. Hairs for the future. She's showing us...
What do you think, Sid?
With a little more help from Miss Middledore and Miss Shirley.
You hear that?
Until then, though, do try to be honest with...
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it?
No, that's for you to figure out, kids. Let's see, are you still in love with my little brother, you weird lady?
The girls here can have Otto and Gav and Gareth and Cole and all the rest. My heart beats for another. Now, if only Lady Talia would let me into the infirmary to see him.
Okay, maybe it's not my brother, but the other... If it's Dallin, you're barking up the wrong tree, lady. You're deeply and literally. I should have talked to the dude. I'll do that later.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well, did you solve...
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or they dismantled them to see how they work.
Oh, no, Mid will...
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea, although I was the one who ended up teaching.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I shall see that the children are...
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the 3 of them under her wing. She'd have them follow in her foot.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been...
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted.
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of To anyone else it would be an opportunity. But to Mid, who lost both her parents, but that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heir. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Ah, you've given them far more than that.
I should sell all my steel bugs. Heron.
It seems the hideaway's lost its...
Lady Karen.
Not nearly as foul.
You're doing good trade then.
Can't complain. What exactly? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
I'm not just calling you
asking.
a potato.
All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors...
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my...
I didn't exactly... All I know is that someone in doubt...
And what? You believe it? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd...
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to doubt.
No. I reckon you've got better things to...
Of course.
That's it? Oh my god, Goots.
I spoke with Lady...
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded. And that I was a fool for thinking they might... Along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in...
Oh, well, I knew Nan wasn't caught up in... But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them?
No, but people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimit, so that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll...
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, but that's...
God damn it, Goots. Oh, that's the door. That's fun.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Aye. All their fancy silks stained red.
Dude, that's my brother you're talking about. And I don't care about the other guy. Blair's like first memories. With this happened, dyed red for the flames of the firebird, and the blood of his fallen Rosarian brothers, did Sir Wade pledge not only his loyalty, but the loyalty of the flames, the guardians of the flame. The Guardians are getting along with the axe. It is fine enough. Work to shore up the rest's walls. We're not clearing out what threats remain down in the reef, though chances are we'll still be connecting in Akashia. Had you not given the Horde your firm but gentle nudge, oh, you're a realm to save, no, but if you're ever in need of big reviver, come see us and we'll tap you a peg. You have an uncanny talent of showing up when you're most needed, my lord. Without your steel, I fear the rest would be in the hands of the Akashik, and us, but more of their unnamed numbers. However, with the Horde and now both thinned and fractured, we Guardians are focusing our efforts on putting down the small packs within without the worry of being overwhelmed, while Martha's blood axes are returning to defend the parole. As for young Oscar, you will forgive my sudden request for taking him under your wing. He is a good man, attentive, polite, hardworking. So as you can see, he already has learned everything he can from you. He would do well to continue his squiring under a more worthy shield, and the realm has none more worthy than you. The Guard and the League have put aside the differences for the time being, allowing us all to sip our snake spit in relative leisure. For that, I would hazard we have your better half today. She put on quite a performance. As for yours, well, from one aspiring thespian to another, might I suggest work on your delivery and your protection, and those stiff limbs of yours, and your countenance, and well, everything else. I won't want to do the name Underhill a disservice now, would we? We'll have the town's thanks for helping rid us of the thralls, but we are neither of us so naive to think we have seen the end of their like. Good Felipe, to seeing that we are prepared for the ghouls come once again home. But I often worry that the rank of the captain has begun to weigh heavily upon his shoulder, just as I imagined the same might be said of you. But remember, each other we'd ever be too much. You needn't stand alone. Our hearts and arms remain ever open, as do the Vale's door. I'm pretty sure Jill would murder me if I ever did. Master Clive, I apologize for this sudden untold gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid, and there is none other than whom I can turn to, whom I may turn. Your most esteemed Lord Uncle has presented me with a task most vexing, and I fear I am wholly unable to perform to his vaulted expectations. Namely due to the marked lack of martial aptitude on my part. Wit, I am but a manservant, not a mercenary. While I maintain the fitness ample to maintain the needs of a manor, the attending of bandits and back alleys, I am sorely ill-equipped. If it pleases you, my lord, prithee come and see me at Martha's Rest, when I shall proceed to explain my predicament.
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
Prioritize the button. What? That's bullshit. Alright, I'll I need to do my side quests. You can't force me to not do my side quests. Cloak and dagger.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right.
Well, you know, I could, or I could. I'll be back. Oh,
nothing like a little unrest.
Brother, why are we here? For the
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
You needn't fret.
The creatures.
It's heartening to see that the Guard have rediscovered their purpose. I just hope they don't do anything stupid.
To the meadows, then.
That's what
Ambrosia.
Let's go.
Oh, I can actually.
Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot.
Have care.
This must be our wyvern. All right, let's get this over with.
Wait!
That's
That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent.
there it is. Power.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect.
all of us continue to work together in defending Delamere.
The bandits may be new, but look what they've left us.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentlemen of the town guard are
Could be I know something.
Clive, listen! I found someone who said...
Have you?
Go on.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever... Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll... And the more war being waged. And who will they all... Why, the good Reap.
And you've seen this Reap?
Aye, it just so happened. You'll find her right here, plying her trade.
Here in Delamere. Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market. But if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her... But it'd be a bolder man than feeling bold, traveler. I hope so. Now, if that's all...
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's...
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places.
Eh?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this store, he spoke?
Good question.
And I'll visit this storehouse.
All right, but...
Goots, you're a good kid.
You too, Goots.
But you're not that right.
What a mess.
Dalamer's saved, and with our steel.
Those bandits were on the receiving end of some quality growth.
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands now.
I should get on my...
Let's go.
No, no. I'm turning that way. Oh, because it's...
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit.
It was a fairly unconvincing test. So...
That's up to die a slow death. Boys?
Really... Protect your brother while he charges his super laser. Oh, sir, you cannot do that.
Ah!
You've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
What do you mean if you're...
I need to find Goots.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true.
Goose, are you...
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime. And I will not... Goots, was it? Only with your... Run along now.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I'll promise me you won't, or I'll...
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind, though it was just Bogan back then. I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've... What was it we called you?
You. Everything that happened, it was all... And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goose, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck.
You great girl. Out of the way, I can... So, well, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now...
Well then.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. It's an easy going through life, one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't know. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same room. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little... So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day, but he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms sick, but... What if he comes...
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Alright. Martha's Rest. Gaga.
The fates seem bent on driving me from my inn. But if they want me out, they're gonna have to try harder.
Martha's got a big heart. It's a pity there's so many who are happy to take advantage of it.
Sorry, but if you're looking for a bed, there's none to be had right now. We're already sharing our cots with Martha.
My lord Marquis, is that... It is you. I am Sebastian Rutherford, Chief Steward.
Of course.
Yes, my lord.
And what was so sensitive that you...
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not...
It's all right.
I am here at Martha, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's currents, and what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of... The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now common. The gears of governance have ground to a halt. And without a steady hand on the realm threatens to drift into... Your lord, uncle, however...
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the Seven
Alas.
I have lost contact with... They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword. Yet in these dark times, even that may...
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic. The other...
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my lord.
Well, back to that place. Again. Eyes are getting tired.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
The bandits may be known, but look what they've left us.
Mummy?
The gentlemen of the town guard are...
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing. Please! These men are trying to...
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you...
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your cap.
Oh, you're more than welcome. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Kill the healer first. That's always. It's always nice to have a family protector. All the side quests.
I'd expect as much from Hugo.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their...
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to...
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly...
What of the Fist Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their...
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria.
I'll find a you won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers?
No, not really. I'll give you money if you need it, too.
Not at all. No. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at...
To Northreach, to the Vale.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
Thankfully, I don't have...
Run like the wind. What happened here?
If you're with the other, they've already relieved me.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who...
Then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane
of the Seven High Houses of... It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to... I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands. It didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward...
All right. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach. Visit the Vale. Tell them I sent.
Thank you. I shall.
Of course, all the high houses are related.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
proper Kamehameha.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more.
You don't need to tell me twice.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make...
And stand by, as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gate.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrol. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably...
Rockford, if you are to continue you first need to seek the attention...
I shall return to Northrop, but allow me to thank you first.
Don't thank me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a pistolus as soon as I may.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
To Martha's Rest. And to the hideaway. Then continue the story.
I see you're still... The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and speaking of which, I received word from...
I only happen to be in the right place at the right... They both seem to think the realm's prospects...
I am afraid that Grim would be putting it. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work.
As it is mine.
Smooth like Butler. Ah, god damn it. The hideaway.
Mindless though they are, an Akashic horde large enough to besiege the free cities is not to be trifled with. We must proceed with caution.
You're taller. I feel like you're taller, Joshua. Which is okay, I guess.
Nothing like a dish of cold.
I didn't mean to make things. I just thought I had to protect you.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you. You've always been me right eye, and I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again.
Why, you big fine. Play the hero.
Thanks, Nan.
There's nothing he wouldn't...
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in, he'll need to start looking out for him. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back. Just like you.
Of course.
Stop it. You make me wonder. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours.
Oh, I do need more potions.
Let me tell you.
All right.
Them rumours wet legs was... Might be they weren't just tales plucked. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. To satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his...
Was that the first time you met?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn... He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. He told me about his plan to topple the Mother Crystal. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportune... Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest... And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the Hideaway. And the rest, as they say, a dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest damn. But I can say, I have never... You've all shown me there are...
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Oh, you'll...
Oh, you big softy.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
Last elixir. Oh,
Finished, are you? Still alive, are you? That great lump.
Why, he's gentlest, most dutiful soul I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. He might not be the brightest crystal of the faith, but he's got a good heart, and I'll fight further. Far rather have a honest fool working for me than a clever scoundrel. Never skims his duty, never answers back, never dips his finger in the coffin.
No.
I won't hear a bad word said about him. Though I might say a few myself. The lad even got Blackthorn teaching him the secrets of smithing now. So, I'm keeping my one good eye on the forge. If the blowhard of the blacksmith should ever think about boots down, I'll have words.
Go on then. Do us proud.
It seems the Hideaway is lost.
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told...
Raptor liver, it's worm liver.
And what precisely will I be cooking up?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as...
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it were an actual worm. Now then, you stay right where you are. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what... And here we have it. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as...
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice?
Oh, he's dead.
So... No.
What? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is a tour de force.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon...
Decent. It's from... Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women?
I'll give it some thought.
we have better things to do right now, so... Oh, I can change Joshua's book. Oh, permanent party member then. I see. Okay, good.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
That's good. Good, good. Continental sensor, an ornament brass sensor from beyond the outer sea, gifted to Clive by Charon for his assistance in clearing her name. According to the cantankerous shopkeeper, when plucked with herbs and blah 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 and left to smell, the fragrant smoke produced can ward off anything from insects to a plague. Protect a home from thieves and demons, heal any number of ailments, all while bringing love and fortune. Alright, just a bit more. I'll get to the next part.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The Echoes have a will of their own.
Huh. Oh, let's see if this is a... God damn, this is awesome. Regal Sack. Go with the Regal Sash. Huh, I guess that wasn't a...
Let's go.
You know, because I have Joshua, I should probably try and...
Be safe.
the only thing. I guess because the party is big. Ugh. That's sad for me. Maybe this time.
We're not alone.
That's not what I wanted.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Haha, very funny. I think I really don't need to fight any of these. It's like so little. Oh, that's sad.
Faster!
You deserve a rest.
I do. Where are you off to now, then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps? Oh, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons. Ain't exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told, I could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Was doing a roaring trade back in Oriflamme. Right up until the poor Drake lost her noggin. So, thought I'd try me luck in the desert. And the Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion. Suppose I could try Canberra next. But knowing my luck, the old place be crawling with the works before I'd even set out me stall. But as I always say, where there's crisis, there's opportunity. The opportunity to mint Gil, that is. So, where to next? Is there any money to be made in Ash? The orcs even carry Gil.
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
It swallowed our camp. My own men did this. There's a village not far from here. It's only a matter of time. We can't let those...
I'll go. You catch them.
Forgive me, Lord Kuka.
No, I killed him.
Rest well, son.
Prioritize.
You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic is still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Well, no, we're going straight into it. Find fast. There it is.
Good. I got here in time.
Oh god, I keep forgetting that's not my chocobo. I don't know why I think that's my chocobo.
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic.
Oh, I first need this. No.
You're with the battalion?
I am.
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened.
Another survivor.
His wounds were too...
He was right to send you. Tabor is safe thanks to you.
No, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't give me that if you knew who I was. Hey! Leveled up.
You seem...
You must have me confused with some...
Son of a whore. I was there! In Cosnis when you killed my brothers! I was there in Rosalith when you killed my...
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will to...
What of my ill will?
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have...
My oath? What would you know?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the...
No. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw.
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. Just know that I will...
Ungrateful.
nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Excuse me.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Pretty see.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic.
The Akashic.
He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Fools. Ignorance
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
Santa Suki.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Oh, mid.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember?
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Well then. What has happened?
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yode.
Well,
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
well, that's it for me, for now. Oh, damn. So, for today, not sure if I will be tomorrow. Tomorrow, we shall see. Anyways, thank you for watching, and if you're watching the VOD, I stream every Monday. And I try to stream Tuesdays, and I'm going to try adding days, but for now, that's it. So thank you for watching, and if you can, like and subscribe, and have a good evening, afternoon, night, wherever you are, doing. Yeah. Bye.